the good life, full of fun.
Hey guys, welcome to my kitchen. Another exciting day in my kitchen. What the heck are we gonna make? I'm telling you what we're gonna make. We're gonna make, I get excited over scrambled eggs. We're gonna make some scrambled eggs. Breakfast. It's simple, it's easy, it's fun. It's one of those perfect American breakfasts that you can have. My grandmother was a master, Nana was a master at making eggs. So she used to hard boil them and have a little holder for them and cut the top off, scoop the inside on a soft boiled egg, and she would always use eggs and egg whites and egg yolks for making custards and meringues and any other type of magic in the kitchen, certainly. But today we're going to make a scrambled egg that my grandmother certainly would make frequently along with my mom. And I want to share with you a couple of tips, a couple of mistakes that a lot of people make, and a couple of tips that could take your scrambled eggs from, oh-hum scrambled eggs to something like, bam, forget about it, cooking Italian with Joe, Italian style, if you know what I'm saying. All right? So where do we get started here? How do we get going? Let's talk about the egg, most important part of a scrambled egg, right? So I've got 6 eggs here. We're gonna do 3 eggs per 3 eggs per portion. So per person. So a lot of times people say, "Oh, give me 1 or 2 scrambled eggs." I mean, like, are you serious? If you're not having 3 scrambled eggs in my house, get the hell out of the kitchen, off the table. But we're gonna take an egg. We want organic, ideally you want an organic, range-free. Now what that means, a lot of times you'll see cage-free, which doesn't necessarily mean the chickens are free to roam. So you want something that's range-free. You want the chickens running around, essentially. So what does that mean? It gives you a better egg. You're gonna notice when you open the egg, it's gonna be vibrantly orange, like a deep orange, and the albumin, the white of the egg is not gonna be white. It's gonna be really clear, and you want a real well-demarcated egg. That's gonna give you just a beautiful, beautiful egg. You want them fresh. So we're in Casanova, we can get these things fresh from a local farmer. They're within a day or 2 old. So that's what we did. That's really gonna help you out if you can do it, okay? Secondly, we're gonna have some butter. Now we're gonna do about 1/2 tablespoon of butter per egg, 1/2 tablespoon per egg. So I got 6 eggs, I got 3 tablespoons of butter. I'll show you how to add that. We're not traditionally just gonna throw it in the pan, okay? We wanna finish this off. You can make scrambled eggs with all kinds of different stuff. We'll make it with arugula, you can make it with spinach, you can make it with tomatoes and cheese and all that other stuff. That's not what we're doing here. We're gonna make, chives and shallots and stuff. We're gonna make scrambled eggs, basic scrambled eggs that are just phenomenal, okay? And I mean that sincerely. Creamy and soft, flaky, just beautiful, okay? And then we're just gonna finish it with spinach, raw spinach. That's gonna be our finish on the top, okay? So that's how we're gonna make it. You can take that and make any variety you want if you like different things. We're gonna take some salt. I've got some gray sea salt. We've got pepper, fresh ground, only way to go if it's possible. We're certainly gonna want some olive oil. No better place to get it than Vito and Joe's extra virgin keyword Italian olive oil. What does that mean? You see a lot of stuff on the news right now about a fake olive oil. This is the real stuff. These are olives from Italy, grown in Italy. Everything's made and produced and grown in Italy. Puglia, Ogliari. It's grassy, it's earthy, it's peppery. Some of the best olive oil on the planet. Vito and Joe's after my 2 kids. So you can get it right on our Facebook, Vito and Joe's extra virgin olive oil, or Cooking Italian with Joe. Punch in Vito and Joe's olive oil on Amazon, or you can get it right on our Facebook, Cooking Italian with Joe. So that's my commercial. Always got to do it. We're big on selling our olive oil. It's absolutely fantastic. All right, so let's get started. Number 1, we're going to take those eggs, okay, and we're going to take the 6 eggs. Now, another tip, I use a clear bowl, okay, and if you use a white bowl and you're using a white shell, you can't see the shell, right? So I use a clear bowl, so regardless of whether I have a white egg or in this case a brown egg or whatever, right? And the color of an egg is based upon the color of the chicken. Some of you people maybe know that, some of you people don't know that. So brown eggs, a lot of times they look more like, homegrown, but actually it just means the chicken's brown. So, all right, so I'm gonna do that. We've got our 6. I've got no shell in there. I'm doing a fantastic job. Beautiful, perfect. Just like I know what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Couple other quick tips. I'm throwing a lot of tips. Boy, scrambled eggs, they get confusing, right? Number 1, do not mix the egg, if you will. Scramble gently. You don't want to fold air into the egg, and you want them to be slightly mixed, but not blended, okay? So essentially what I do is I just break the yolks with a fork. That's it. Number 2, do not add any seasoning, specifically salt, to your egg. That's a problem a lot of times if you add cheese with a lot of salt. Salt will draw the water out of the egg, so the eggs will get watery. If you ever notice that, a lot of times your eggs will get watery. A lot of times it's either you're adding cream or you're certainly adding salt. It'll change the consistency of the egg. So don't add any seasoning until right at the end or once you plate it, okay? And that's gonna make a big difference on how the eggs finish, how light they are, how flaky they are, how creamy they are. A lot of people talk about adding milk or cream. You don't have to. The butter is cream, right? So when you put the butter within the egg, it's going to be perfect and everything is going to come out absolutely fantastic and it won't get watery on you, okay? So what do you say we head over to the stove, we start cooking, start having some fun. I'll talk to you guys in a minute. All right guys, there's our eggs, right? So what I'm going to do is, like I said, I'm just going to mix them up and then I'm going to take just a splash Vito and Joe's extra virgin olive oil. Did I already give you the plug? Teaspoon, that's it, okay? Why am I doing that? Because I want to basically get the bottom of the pan coated. So first, you're not going to stick. Secondly, anytime you add a little bit of fat to your food, that's where you're really going to get the flavor. There's nothing better than a little olive oil. It's going to add that, forget about it, Italian style, you know what I'm saying? Couple of tips. Number 1, you want the heat just over warm. You do not want it hot. You do not want to fry it. You're not making an omelet, right? Or frittata or anything like that, okay? So you want the heat really low, just over warm. Number 2, you're never going to leave it. You're going to stay there, almost like a risotto. You're going to stay there mixing it gently and slowly. Thirdly, you're going to hold back a little bit of the egg mixture. So you don't want to dump all the scrambled egg out of the bowl into the pan. You're going to hold back a little bit. A few tablespoons, okay? And then what you're going to do is you're just going to gently fold the pan. Now in this case, see, you can take the pan, if it's a little hot, you can just bring it off to the side just to manage that heat, okay? So you're not constantly on the heat. And then before it looks done, like right before you think, when you think, wow, you know, it needs like another minuti, right? Then what we're going to do, then we're going to pull it off, we're going to add the last of the egg mixture, fold it in because it's still cooking, then we're done. That's going to ensure creamy, light, gentle, perfect scrambled eggs. Those are those secrets, okay? So I've got my heat, I've got everything going in here. Now I'm going to add my egg mixture, okay? And I'm going to hold back a little bit, okay? Just a bit. And then I'm going to add my butter, okay? And you're going to see here, see how it's already starting to cook? See how it's starting to give you that little fold? See it right there? That's it. And the smell in here, unbelievable. See, we're almost done. See how it's just coming to that temp? You're going to see it turn really quick. One of the ways you can do that, just look how clean the pan is. See how clean the pan is after you draw it? We're right where we want to be. And then what I do is I'm going to shut the heat off and I'm going to put that last bit of scramble right on the top, okay? And then I'm going to do one final mix. And as the eggs are still hot and the pan's still warm, but the heat's off, it just gives you that perfect mix. Starts to calm the egg down so it's not cooking at a high rate, so it slows that rate down, but it keeps the eggs warm. Oh, it's perfect. Hey guys, all right, so I just finished this. I'm gonna put, I don't like it on my toast, so that's me. All right, so I'm gonna put it, and I haven't even seasoned it yet, right? So I'm gonna hit it off to the side, about half the amount in there, absolutely perfect. Then I'm gonna take just a pinch of my salt, teeny little bit. Okay, then I'm gonna take a little fresh ground pepper, black pepper, and then I'm gonna take just a pinch of spinach. Oh! You guys ready for that or what? So, you know, you've got that spinach, which on the top will just start to cook. You know what I mean? Because it's hot. They're creamy. Oh my God, my mouth is watering. They're flaky, perfectly seasoned. The eggs, absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. You know, and you've just got that background of the spinach. You couldn't make a better scrambled egg. I'm just telling you right now. I'm not elevating myself, I'm just telling you, you can't make a better scrambled egg than that. Molto delizio. Thanks so much for joining me, guys. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Make sure you check out a bunch of other videos. Enjoy, spend some time with your family. Celebrate your heritage, set some new traditions. Until next week, guys, buon appetito.
Good life, full of fun, seems to be